What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to go ahead and talk about a topic that I think needs to be seriously discussed within this community so people can kind of take a bit of a chill pill and present constructive criticism correctly within the Battlefield franchise. But, ladies and gentlemen, before going dive deep, I do want to mention something to you all really fast because I think this is extraordinarily important. As you can see right here from the official Battlefield page, missed your chance at the Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal for early access codes? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Watch 30 minutes of any creator streaming Battlefield 6 on Twitch during August 7th through 8th to unlock open beta early access. So, again, everybody that wants to go ahead and get into the closed portion of Battlefield 6, if you guys remember correctly, you could only get a code if, one, you signed up for labs, not necessarily played the labs, but if you signed up for the labs, you got a code. And also, the second way of getting a code was watching the streamers who were at the, multiplayer reveal event who played for about 2 to 3 hours or so. If you watched for 30 minutes during those streams, you got a code as well. But now moving into the closed portion, if you watch anybody streaming, including myself, which I will be live on the 7th, grinding all day long. So if you tune into my stream, check it out, and watch for 30 minutes, you will indeed get an access key code into the closed portion of the Battlefield 6 beta, which will allow you to play a little bit earlier than having to wait until the open beta finally releases throughout the weekend. So of course, if you guys want that code or you want access to the closed portion of the game, by all means, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's dive into the actual topic of today's vid, and that is how the Battlefield community is handling Battlefield 6 when it comes to criticism, critique over a lot of the features that are being presented in this game. There's a lot of crap going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes down to, for example, skill-based matchmaking, server browsers, movement, gunplay, all of the above, where people are presenting these wild, drastic opinions and stating such negative things. Now, of course, don't get me wrong, you can critique things early on before playing, but if you're going to say, this, and this are garbage, game is dead, horrible, not buying, off of something that you haven't even put any playtime into, I feel like you're taking it a bit too far. As you can see right here, this is a post by the Tactical Brit saying, "My favorite thing about this Battlefield 6 event has been watching guys online yapping about things they haven't even played or touched yet. No recoil. Big man, you're watching an entire room of people who shoot straight for a living." That's also another funny, hilarious thing that I see all the time. People always saying the guns have no recoil, nothing's going on with the weapons. Yet and still, they're watching some of the best players who have been playing Battlefield since the beginning of time, who have amazing recoil control. I actually put a video about this, together a while ago where I went into Battlefield 4 and showcased to you guys some of my personal gameplay of just shooting at a wall and how it looks like, again, as no recoil. Absolutely none. If you know how to manage it, it's going to look like it's non-existent. The amount of comments I even get in my video, and guys, I'm not a good player whatsoever. I am like a little above average when it comes to these FPS games, and I still get people that come into my comments section saying, "Oh my goodness, you're cheating. You have anti-recoil script, so on and so forth," when all I'm doing is pulling down. There's a lot of people, I guess, that just don't simply understand the concept. But Tactical Brit went on to say, "Did all weapons have super intense patterns? No. Did they all feel really good and fun to use? Yes. Some of them by design are lower recoil, lower risk options." So there is, some more in-depth weapons, and I'm assuming depending on how the gun is, the damage, so on and so forth, what range is supposed to be taking place at. All those factors together will determine if there's a lot of recoil or very minimal recoil on the weapon of your choice. Now, when I read this, my worries are not as bad anymore, but I'll be real. Just like you guys, I saw the gameplay and I thought to myself, this is looking a little too beamish for a Battlefield game. I agree. I want everybody to understand this. I completely agreed with that sentiment that people thought that the recoil patterns were non-existent within Battlefield 6. But do you want to know why I never put together a video about this topic? Because I didn't play it yet, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's a lot of content creators out there who have played it and can talk about it and have made videos about it. But guess what? They have the knowledge and the playtime to back it up. Over half the people online have absolutely no clue what this game feels like. All they have is the visuals, what's going on in front of them on the screen, to base all of their takes off of. And as I stated in the beginning of this video, there's nothing wrong giving your criticism. If you're going to say, just like me, this looks a little too beamish, I don't know about it, that's fair, that's fine. But there are people who are saying this is the worst game ever. This is a Call of Duty clone. This is Call of Duty, ladies and gentlemen. They're saying all of this stuff. yet they haven't even tried the weapons to make that assumption. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like the Battlefield community might be a little bit on edge. Maybe it's just other communities. Maybe it's the COD community going into Battlefield acting like this. I don't know what's going on, but people are giving some of the worst criticism I've seen in a hot minute. And I'm hoping people can understand how they're presenting their criticism and how they can tweak it around to make it fit the period of time that we're currently in until we get to try out the beta, which is right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We got another day or so until we all get to get hands on and we could really critique it. But for the time being, in this very moment in time, we have to view things respectfully, right? Same thing goes down with skill-based matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? It's already been confirmed months ago. Months ago, the dev said it has the same matchmaking system as Battlefield 2042. Now, don't get me wrong, that still sucks. But anybody who has played Battlefield 2042 knows that, it's not that bad. It's extraordinarily casual. And everybody who's playing the lab right now, although a lot of people who are playing the lab are sweats, people are hardcore fans of Battlefield, they're still getting the same casual experience within Battlefield. It just is what it is. Yet, you'll see the whole internet exploding right now over skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking ruining Battlefield. This is the end of Battlefield. They're implementing the worst thing ever. And again, everybody's jumping to conclusions over something that realistically probably won't even be that big of a deal. The server browsers. Everybody's saying this is the worst Battlefield game ever. Nobody should buy this because we don't have any server browsers. The devs don't give a crap about us. They're morons. They're idiots. Yet we haven't even seen the Portal server browser showcased to us yet. We already have people come out on the team stating that literally the Portal server browser does everything that we want plus more. We can make our own servers with whatever maps we want to play, whatever weapons we want to use. If you want to put up a base server that's exactly like an official server, you can do so in Portal 2.0, according to the developers. And there's also a filter feature that allows you to filter very, very nicely, allowing you to fine-tune it and find goofy maps if that's what you want. Or if you want very serious lobbies that are like the official EA lobbies, you can filter it for that as well to find the matches quicker. Yet and still, because nobody has seen anything just yet, people are jumping to conclusion and saying, there's no server browser. This is garbage. Devs are idiots. Before they can even showcase to us what it even looks like. What happens when they showcase Portal 2.0? And I'm not saying it's going to be amazing. I have no clue. Like I just said, that's the whole purpose of this video, is trying to get people to calm down because we don't know what's happening. But again, as I was saying, what if they go ahead and reveal it, and it's everything we asked for, plus some, within the server browser? I mean, how would those opinions earlier even make sense? Same thing with the movement. When Battlefield 6 first started getting leaked in the playtest phase, people were, they were freaking out saying, this looks like COD, the movement is way too wild, you could do insane maneuvers. With, again, nobody playing the game. Nobody tried it out for themselves. Nobody has any experience. But apparently, off of what they watched, it's too COD-like. And then, when more people are starting to get in and more people starting to get invites, everybody's opinions is changing now. Everybody says the movement's fine. It's more classic than anything we have modern day with all these new games are coming out. I mean, so again, how could you say that it's trash then and now when you try it, it's a completely different story? That is proof right there. That patience and waiting until you get hands-on is key. You can give your critiques. You could talk about the things. You can give opinions on what you like and don't like. But to call devs morons for something that you don't even know what's going to be like yet, I just don't think that's the right time to go ahead and do any of this. Animations! Do you know how many people are crapping on the animations in the pre-alpha phase in the lab without playing the game? And now the animations look beautiful after all the polish between alpha and going into beta and obviously going into full release. Now they look amazing and nobody has that complaint anymore. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? There's a lot of things that we can go ahead and critique, but some things have to be held back a little bit until we know what's going on, until we know what it's going to actually be like. And that goes for pretty much every single game out there. Even COD, you guys know me. I want COD to hurt a little bit so Activision starts caring about their audience. But in all reality, I can't sit here and say, oh yeah, Black Ops 7's movement is garbage. Black Ops 7's gunplay is going to be trash. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Now, there's other things I can go ahead and critique, like maybe, if I want classic movement and knowing Omni movement is already confirmed in the game, that's kind of a bummer. We know it's going to be fast-paced like Black Ops 6, so it's not going to be more classic like something like Call of Duty 4, World at War, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, where it's a bit more of a slow pacing. There's times and places for every type of criticism, and until we see and feel how certain things are, you can't really give, good feedback. You can't really say it's trash garbage and the devs did a horrible job with it if you haven't even given it a go. So hopefully, moving forward, we can keep this mentality with Battlefield 6. And again, keep in mind, we're like a day away from finally trying out Battlefield 6 as well. So all the criticism you guys have will be legit, right? It's not going to be anything bad. Like, if you guys genuinely think it's bad, then you will be able to say it's bad. But until then, I hope when people are critiquing these games a bit early like this, they can understand constructive criticism and how to give their opinions in a respectful way, especially when they haven't even touched down on the game yet and they, haven't even played with what they're going to go ahead and discuss. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post your daily at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. Everything between COD, Battlefield, Splitgate 2, Arc Raiders. I try to post as much variety on this channel as possible. You guys know I love tons of FPS and third-person shooter games. And I try to double upload on this channel as well, so you never know when the upload's going to go live. So, of course, subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, guys, as I stated in the beginning of this video, you will be able to get the closed open beta access through simply watching anybody stream on Battlefield 6. And I will have the drops enabled. You'll be able to go ahead and get the codes. So if you want to tune on in and hang out and chat it up, and I'll also be playing Battlefield today as well, Battlefield 2042 probably, to really get the true comparison between, playing that and then going right over to Battlefield 6. So if you guys want to hang out, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.